Hi everybody, welcome to Music Tree Time to Begin Unit 3. Today we're going to be learning a couple of important new concepts. And one of them has to do with articulation. Articulation is how we actually make notes sound. Are they separate? Are they together? Are they really short and jumpy? Are they somewhere in between? We indicate this by all different kinds of notations in the music, but the very most basic one is this symbol here, which is a sign for a slur. Now, as we go further in music, we're going to learn that slurs can also be called phrases and that they have to do with how musical ideas are expressed. But right now, at the very basic level, this is an articulation mark and it signifies legato touch. As Music Tree says, notes within a slur belong together. Play them as smoothly as possible. Okay? Now, the reason why we're learning this is because finally we get to use more than one finger of each hand on our songs. So when we're moving from our third to our second, or our second to the third, we want to make sure that it's not like this. And I will demonstrate. I'll just move this down so you can see the difference. Or, yep. So this is what slur means within the context of Music Tree Time to Begin. So we have, another exciting thing. We're using both the groups of 2 and 3 keys. So make sure that you have your fingers on the keyboard correctly before you start. And we have drifting. Gently roll, little boat, on and on, bob and float. Now we have the same thing in reverse, basically, that's going on with kites. And it goes like this. See them fly in the sky, dip and dive, way up high. Now remember, in your own practice, to swing and say the rhythm before you play. And so I'll give you a quick little demonstration of that in case you forgot. Let's see if I can get my whole arm in here. Okay. Gently roll, little boat, on and on, bob and float. And you might want to use your other hand for the next one. See them fly in the sky, dip and dive, way up high. Again, internalizing the pulse for yourself. Now, the next thing can get a little complicated. I'm going to put this back up here with my face. Written music is all about symbology. And the way that we've been looking at music so far is we've been looking at it like a map that's laid out. When something is written higher, we go higher. When something is written lower, we go lower. And that's great when you only have a little bit of music to put on one page. But when you got a longer song and things are more complicated, what do you do to indicate this in a way that is simple and easy to read? Well, you do it like this. 8 VA means 1 octave. And the top one, when you see it like this, see how the little bar that goes along after it looks like it's almost above it. It means that you go an octave higher. It's played an octave higher than written. And when you see this one down here, it means it's played an octave lower than written. So what we have in the next 2 songs, which are called climbing, if you look at these songs carefully, you will see that they are the exact same song, but they are written in different ways. So when I am playing climbing, it will sound like this. Even when I'm up a tree, all the birds look down on me. So in this song, we're doing a couple of different things. We're going higher, we're returning to our original place, and then we're going an octave lower. And the song Climbing, written on page 25, shows you how this is written as on a single line of music. So even though it's written and it looks like it's all played in the same place, the 8VA shows us that we move up and we move down. So it should also sound like, even when I'm up a tree, all the birds look down on me. The text gives you a couple of vital clues. When it says up, you go an octave higher, and when it says down, you go an octave lower. So that should help you through this. Again, this is just a symbol. It's a shorthand way of expressing something that we've already seen in this music many times. And this is something that's very, very handy when you're playing something, particularly on the piano, and you don't want to use notes that are like going above the top of the staff or below the bottom of the staff. They're high, high, or low, low notes. You can just actually throw this 8VA on there, and there you go. You can write the notes in the middle of the staff, and so you don't have music that's extending to these crazy distances above and below the staff, which is always hard to read, no matter how good of a musician you are. So then in using what you've discovered, you're going to get some chances to really work with this octave higher and octave lower. And I hope that it's just a snap for you. Usually adults get this pretty easily, but if you are having a little bit of a hard time understanding it, just work through it. It's just a symbol. It's just a shorthand way of expressing something that you could take a lot of paper to write out, but maybe you don't have that paper, or maybe back in the day, it wasn't really available, and this is why it was developed. One thing I always do for my young students on submarine dive is if you want to make a submarine on your page, make a circle around the notes, and it looks like a submarine diving down into the ocean, and then decorate the page. Go for it. It can be a lot of fun. They usually have a lot of fun decorating up their pages and coloring things, and having the submarine get attacked by a shark or whatever. Now we have, for the first time, at the end, oh my goodness, this is like really blurry because I'm not holding it still. Warm-ups for daily practice. So, warm-ups become increasingly important as you become more and more adept at your instrument. At a certain point, if you really want to be a good pianist, you're just going to have to settle down and accept the fact that your life is going to involve a lot of drill. Because you have to have it to gain fluency and dexterity and strength. And so that you can do, kind of acrobatic maneuvers on the keyboard without having to think about them. And so this is what we are starting with, some very basic warm-ups. With the right hand leading, we play this pattern in 3 different octaves, going up, and then we move it and play it on white keys. So this is a drill to prepare us for playing on the white keys. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you what I was doing, and we are going to be going, left hand will be going down. With left hand leading, we are going to, in 3 octaves, go down. Okay, hold on. Okay, so these are my notes. And then we are going to play these on white keys. And see, even the most practiced performer can still lose total track of where they are in the keyboard and get completely disoriented. Just start over. That's all you have to do. So there's some rhythm exercises. There's reviewing the names of the white keys. And then the other really important part of this unit is you're going to start doing reviews now. And this review, it's right there. And you're going to be playing some of the songs you've already learned, but on white keys. This is really important. Make sure you do it, because All of this was designed to make whatever is coming next in the next unit as easy as possible. And moving on to the white keys can sometimes be a little tricky after we've been on the black keys. So finally, to end, we have making some pieces of our own using slurs, and it gives you some ideas about balloons, sailing, butterflies, whatever you like. And I'd like you to do, make up 3 little things. They don't have to be elaborate. They don't have to be long. Make them up and share your favorite one with me. And then if you have more than one you'd like to share, you can certainly do that. And then I would like you to take 2 pieces from using what you've discovered and record those for me. So 2 pieces from using what you've discovered and 1 piece of your own. And I look forward to hearing your work. Thanks.